Okay. Let me get my pen. Hold on 1 second. All right, what up, fellas? This is the regular guys sports and shit. And my name is Mr. Mooney. I got the panel. I got my boy Buck. I got Stroke. We got Wally. We got D Shot. We got D Rob. And we just the regular guys talking about some regular stuff, man. And we finna jump right into this thing. Our first topic gonna be what y'all think about that Steph Curry contract, and is it worth it? And you think it's gonna cripple the team? Go ahead, Buck. Start us off.
I think he's worth every penny of it. I don't think it's gonna cripple the team because that only is he willing to pay that luxury tax. It don't bother him to pay it. Golden State sell out every game anyway when COVID not around. So I think he's worth it. I mean, I know he's getting up there in age, but the way he plays, I think it translates. So, I mean, he always gonna be able to shoot. So I think it's always gonna translate for him. So I still see them trying to pull something off and bring another star in. Man, that's it for me.
Okay, Wally, what you think about it?
Well, first of all, Steph Curry is the Warriors as of right now. So who else are they going to pay outside of Klay Thompson? Steph Curry is the Warriors. He is the money maker. He is the draw of the team. He's the ones who's selling the tickets. So if you're going to keep anybody happy, it's going to have to be Steph Curry. So, I mean, who else do they have that they're going to pay outside of Klay? They don't have any other big names, no other big draws. They had to lock Steph Curry up for the long haul in order for them to sustain their franchise as far as having a big name.
Okay, what you think about it, Stroke?
Man, he worked there. I'm with Buck, man. Shit, they should have paid him some more, goddamn. Because the ring gonna sell out as long as he in that son, bitch. And I don't think it's gonna cripple the team. They'll find somebody to go somewhere to bring somebody in. I'm pretty sure they done thought about that shit before they paid him. So yeah, I think it's a good deal. I think everything good about it. The money and break. They'll be all right. They'll bring some more people in. So a star.
All right, D Rob, what you think about it?
I agree with everybody and everything they said. My thoughts about it is they are not one or two players away from the championship, especially after you've seen all the moves of free agency. So yeah, you want to keep him happy, but what they gonna get Dame? Does he go with them? They need a big man because Wiseman he's still growing. So the fact that they paid him now because he has another contract to sign before he's finished, that's good to keep him. And they'll say the loyalty he paid, give him all that money. Good move.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
John, what you think about it?
Well, I think it's unanimous. I think he's totally worth all the money. I mean, they got a new arena, so they got to keep the stars there because that's what's going to keep the people coming out, keep the people spending money. It's either they give him the max or he gonna go somewhere else. I mean, it's Steph Curry. Like Buck said earlier, his game does translate. He's not super athletic. As long as he can keep shooting the pill like that, he's gonna keep shooting the pill. You know, when you keep him and Steph together, they're gonna always be competitive. And you just gotta move to a brand new arena. This is their second year there. And San Francisco, you got to make those folks happy. You got to keep their stars, keep that TV money coming in. You got to keep them selling out. So yeah, it might be. I mean, but you can always find cheap players to play with stars. So you might find somebody at the end of their career want to come in and look at the Lakers, all those one year deals. I mean, if you're trying to win a championship, which is win now, man.
You can find cheap labor. That's good. Good cheap labor.
You got to pay Steph. You got to play Klay.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna chime in. I agree with all y'all what y'all said. But like I say, Steph, he a bad boy, man. And like I say, put some pieces around him, man. Them boys will be back, man.
Agreed.
Yeah, it ain't gonna take them long.
No, I don't think so. I mean, shooters, man.
Yeah, ain't gonna take them long.
Shooter, you can be in the league for a minute. Okay, I'm gonna say on the NBA topic, man. What y'all think about that Kawhi thing and that move he made, man, with going behind Russ Beck talking to Paul George? Go ahead, Shot. Start it out.
You know what, man? I've never been a huge fan of the way Kawhi moves, but he moving will make him successful. That right there, man, I'm so big on loyalty. What Kawhi did there was kind of dirty. I mean, I don't hang around cats that do that kind of stuff. Like they said, both of them cats, LA cats, for him to go behind his back and try to sneak the guy, man, I think Big Perk said it best the other day, man. Like, yeah, he been doing a lot of stuff, bro. I'm still salty about how he did the Lakers a couple years ago. Is make them wait, make them lose, had them lose all that opportunity to pick up other players, and you knew you weren't gonna go there the whole time. Like, come on, bro. Like, somebody got to start calling him on this stuff. I don't like the moves that he was making. That's just me.
Go ahead, D-Rob. What you think about it?
I think I think everybody's right about him. Again, the fact that he doesn't really talk a lot, it makes him kind of a mysterious player. But the real people who know what's going on know how he is. I thought they wronged him in San Antonio when his last year when he didn't want to play. But so I saw the potential in him doing some stuff under the radar.
messed up stuff.
Right. So again, I agree, man. He got to be solid because you change the whole league just waiting on one person, like you said, and they let all these people they could have used go. So he got to tighten up, to keep the respect of the players and the fans.
Agreed.
Jump in, Stroke. What you think about it?
But the league should know that guy marched to his own beat, man. He always marched to his own beat. He ain't gonna talk too much about shit. And I don't think he really cares if nobody like his ass or not. I don't think he have no concerns about nobody but what the fuck Kawhi want to do. So I think he's a messed up guy for doing what he did, but hell, he been like that all his damn career. Kawhi he get up and pack his shit, and move in the middle of the week if he want to, and that's who he is.
Go ahead, D-Rob. What you got to say about it?
I'm about to go back and say that
I'm sorry.
made a good.
Wow.
No, you gave it back to me. I'm gonna go with it now. He made a good point, and the fact that he don't talk a lot, we give him passes. We give him passes, but do he deserve them? I mean, he's a baller, but crooked shit is crooked shit.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Wally.
Yeah, crooked is crooked, man. But like I said, he gets passes. But the thing is, he's still balling. He's still putting up, 25, 28 points a game. As long as you put the ball in the bucket, you're going to continue to get passes. And by him not, being a big mouth, that give him another pass. But he still has been, kind of sneaky the way he moves, the way he left San Antonio, the way he did Toronto, the way he did the Lakers at the last minute. He's just being a diva. He's sort of a quiet diva,
Yeah.
But it is what it is, man. He's doing what he needs to do to, take his career forward or whatever, but it is what it is. Kawhi's going to be Kawhi. He's kind of been that quiet monster. But as long as he's still putting up points, man, people going to be wanting to play with him. So, it is what it is, and people move how they move. He's just one of those type of guys that, kind of move kind of slow, move kind of quiet. People give him a pass because of that, but, he's still being a diva at the end of the day. So it is what it is. But as long as he's balling, man, hey, it is what it is.
What you got to say about it, Buck?
I think Kawhi better make sure he got a career plan after sports because he's not making any friends in the league as far as back. I don't think he's making any friends professionally, period, because of the way he moves. Me personally, I just feel like he's maximizing his earnings while he's in the league, which
He's very frugal too, but he's a very frugal guy. He still drive a truck that he had in college.
Yeah.
Right.
So he's
frugal
maximizing his earnings
so he got some
while
money.
he's in the league. And was it shady what he did to Russ? If that's exactly what happened, yeah, that was shady. But I think it was a good decision. But at the same time, I mean, it's dirty to move like that. I'm not a fan of it. But hey, I think it's gonna hurt him post career more than we're during his career.
Hey, let me chime back in on this.
Go ahead.
To go a little bit further, I don't know what kind of teammate he is. The brother don't never speak up for his teammates ever. He got the people waiting around on him. He late for the team planes. Brother, during the playoffs, he's sitting up in the doggone press box instead of down there with his men. I wouldn't want that brother on my team.
told you, Shot, that motherfucker march to that. I mean, not MF. That sucker march to his own beat, man.
I wouldn't want that on my team. I mean, I know he put the bucket, he put the ball in the hoop. I will say that he scores. He does his job. But it's like he's only there to do his job. And then I'm out. I don't want nothing to do with y'all, man. I'm out of here.
Right.
No,
Right.
I don't need that. I don't want that.
I'd like to hear what his teammates have to say about him.
I was
You never
just
know
about to say that.
His teammates say anything negative about him.
Right.
So I really would like to hear from his teammates to see what kind of teammate they feel he is. But
Right,
you don't
I really haven't heard.
You can only get that from people from Toronto or
The guys in
from
San Antonio had a
Antonio.
problem with him. Guys in San Antonio had a problem with him. Them old school cats had a problem with the way he was moving. People in Toronto, he was the star. They're not gonna say nothing to him. Them boys, the only people that spoke out against him in LA was Montrez and my man, what's the little guard, Beverly. They don't spoke out. So
he moving the shots away, man.
Yeah. He dirty, man. He wasn't even down there with his team cheering them on, man. He was up there in the press box, man. That was a bad look to me.
And Sean, I will say this. Y'all know I'm not a Lakers fan by any means, but to me it was funny, but at the same time it was dirty how he did the Lakers.
it was real dirty.
Dude, you know you're not gonna sign him. Let them do their business.
Yeah, but San Antonio, I guess they had a little more room to talk by. Those years he was there, San Antonio had won multiple championships. When he went to Toronto, they hadn't won anything, so they was letting them do whatever. They were just happy because they was winning. So
Exactly.
San Antonio
They was happy they was selling tickets too.
Exactly. When he was in San Antonio, look, we won 4 or 5 championships, with you and without you. So, we can speak on it. But Toronto, they was kind of being hush. Hush. We just want to win.
Though, everybody in Toronto gonna say pretty much gonna be on his side because he bought him a championship.
Who in LA gonna say something against? Who in LA gonna say something against Kawhi? Who?
You got the King. The King is there.
Now what I mean is
Reggie
for
Jackson.
the Clippers.
Reggie Jackson.
Oh, okay. But the Clippers.
Hey, Reggie cold-blooded, man.
Right.
Next topic.
Okay, next topic. The free agents done came through all these different trades and everybody done picked up different people. I'm gonna speak on the Lakers. Since they done picked up Melo and some shooters, do you think that make them the favorite? Or are they still second behind the Nets? Go ahead, Stroke.
Man, look. When I saw that Melo trade, I had a slight change of heart. Because Melo can still fill that thing up, man. And if he gets it, he always can fill it up, but he riding down. He got to win at this moment. Hell, he getting old too. And I believe he's gonna go back to the gym and work his ass off like he normally did. I don't know, man. I'm in the middle. Last week I was second the hell with the Lakers, but since they got Melo, man, it's a different ball game now, man.
What you think about it, Wally?
I'm not totally sold on the Melo trades just yet. He played well in Portland, well enough. I want to see how many minutes these guys gonna play. As far as them having shooters, Melo can still fill it up a little bit. I'm not sold on the shooters that the Lakers got. Russ is not a 3-point shooter. I mean, who else they got that's 3-point shooters on that team right now?
I was talking about Russ last week. Like I don't know. I still don't understand the Russ trade.
Right. They don't have any 3-point shooters. I mean, for real, LeBron, so 3-point shooter. They don't have any. They don't have any sharp shooters on that team. But still, when you have LeBron James, man, anything can happen. So, you guys know I'm a LeBron fan, through and through. But still, you got. But when you look at the Bucks didn't win the championship shooting threes. They were capable of shooting 3-pointers, but they won the championship by being physical. And Giannis did this thing. So you can't win a championship these days without having top-notch shooters. Man,
let me jump in there real quick. Why the hell they get rid of the most physical player they had? I don't mean to change subject this morning, but I just got to get somebody's opinion. I don't understand it. I don't know why the hell they got rid of the most physical player they had, the dog. He wasn't scoring much, but he was in there every day. He was gangster with it. They let his ass go.
You talking about Montrezl Harrell with the Lakers?
No,
I'm talking about Milwaukee.
PJ Tucker.
Yeah,
he went for the money. He went for the money.
They let him go though, didn't they?
That was money.
They want to pay him.
Okay, Buck, what you think about it, man? About Melo and the Lakers now?
I do not believe that put them at the top. However, you got to give respect where it's due. I think putting those players around LeBron James, I would not be surprised to see the Lakers win. I think they are a close second right now if you just want to put money on the books, because I can't put them above the Nets right now because that's just too much if they help. That's a lot to put up with if they help.
That's the key word, though. If they help.
If they help, yeah, that's key. But that goes for any team if they help you. So, that's a lot. But I mean, y'all know how I am about Melo. When the Lakers signed Melo, I sent y'all a text. I'm like, I'm gonna have to cheer for the Lakers on the low now. Because I followed Melo ever since he been in Syracuse. So I'm a Melo fan. I believe in what he does. I think Wiley, I think he slighted him by how he played in Portland. I think he was balling in Portland. But
he played all right.
He was balling.
Right.
He was balling for nobody for him to be out the league for that time. I think he came back balling. But no, the Lakers are definitely. I think they're a close second.
Go ahead, Shot. Jump in now.
Well, hold on. Cognac.
Listen here,
Well,
man.
let me go back to Wiley here because Wiley ain't got no shooters. Let me run these down to you, Wiley. Malik Monk shot 40% from three last year. Wayne Ellington, a career 40% three-point shoot. Carmelo shot 40% from three.
Right.
I mean, dude, Kendrick Nunn. I'm telling you, they made some really good moves that people don't talk about. The reason I think the Lakers just moved up, I think it's 3.5 to 3.5 right now. And they still got a chip on their thing where they talking about Dennis Schroeder with Sacramento for Buddy Hield. If that move is made, I mean,
that would make a difference.
But I'm just saying,
the Buddy can play.
I just think that the Lakers are. I think that they're made for the playoffs. But for me to be, I'm happy that they got all these boys that can fill in, like Kendrick Nunn to back up Russ. And Russ, they keep on talking about how old these boys are. Russ 32 years old. Anthony Davis 28 years old. THT 24 years old. It's the only people that's old on the team is Brian Melo and Dwight Howard. I mean,
that's the main ingredient.
But Anthony Davis is going to be the most important player on that team. Yeah. Anthony Davis and Russ. Those two are going to be really important. And they both 32 and younger. So
they need some load management.
That you got some elder statesmen on this team, but not everybody is old. Marc Gasol was there last year. He didn't get that much playing time. I don't know why people think Marc Gasol going to come and do all this playing. Him and Dwight Howard, it may be some games they don't need to play. And AD run the 5. I mean, I just really feel like they only looking at these guys' age, and all they doing is motivating these boys. You see Brian quote this week. Keep on talking about how old we are. They ain't doing nothing but adding fuel to the fire. The same way Zane and Paula was making fun of us the other day, they ain't nothing but adding fuel to our fire.
To the motherfucking fire. They hate us, man. That's what they are.
Hey,
Go ahead,
Hey, Tim, I'm a yield because my location is too much noise. But if I have something to say, I'm gonna raise my hand because I don't want to mess up the podcast. But real quick, last time we talked about the Lakers, the issue was their bench and what they have scoring when LeBron and them come out. They got that now. He stated it. They motivated by all this talk about their age. Right now, they're the favorite to me. Thank you, moderator, for giving me.
Fred, you there?
No.
Okay. Next subject. What y'all think about the next subject? Team USA, man, and what y'all think about KD stepping up, doing what he did? Go ahead, Wally, start us off.
Man, I think KD gave one of the best Olympic performances, for an individual player. He's been the best Olympic player for the last 3 Olympics. I think he's averaged right at 30 points. He had 30, and 29 for the last 3 Olympics. He's probably going to go down as probably the best Olympic player of all time. But I think it was big time for him to step up the way he did and scored 29 in the gold game.
Whoa. Talking about the best Olympic player of all time.
Do you remember Michael Jeffrey Jordan?
Hold on. But he's at the top of the scoring list, so you got to take that into some consideration. And who Jordan was playing with. Jordan was playing with probably the best basketball team of all times when he stepped on the scene. So
and he was the best.
Right. Okay. Well, who else did Durant play with? So he had to step up. He has a few better, some decent guys on this particular team. He had Dame Time and the other guys on the team there, but none of them were stepping up. So in order for them to win that gold medal, KD had to do what he did. If he hadn't scored those 30, those doing what he did, it would have been tight. They only beat France by 4 or 5 points or whatever it is. It came down to the wire. So him scoring that 29, almost 30 points, man, made a huge difference. So KD won that gold medal. in my
Go
opinion.
ahead, shot. Jump in, shot.
Yeah, man, I got to give kudos to KD. I'm still gonna say Michael Jordan got more than one gold medal. It wasn't just the dream team. You got to realize that he played on another team, got a gold medal too, and he was the best player on that team as well. Matter of fact, it prompted Bob Knight to say that's the best player he ever seen. So I just think that before I start saying he's the best Olympian of all time for basketball go, I got to still say.
I can't say that either.
But I mean, definitely, Team USA looked real shaky in the beginning. For them to pull it together, hey, kudos.
That's what I was about to say, Shaq. Hell, what was that motherfucking game one when they got the ass whooped? I mean, when they got the tail whooped. You try not to cuss, but I am glad that I know he didn't call on me, Mooney, but I'm gonna step on him right now.
You good?
But I know but I'm glad he did, get his stuff together and come on back and show the player that he really is. Because the boy's a gamer. But I was upset because they fell asleep on the first game, and then the women out there destroying folks. They out there destroying everybody who they play.
But we're used to them blowing everybody out, and that's not the case no more. We don't have big men, and they're killers. If you miss your shots, and KD probably he got the Olympic scoring record. But the reason being, because Mike never did play. Matter of fact, when Mike never played, I think Barkley was the one who balled. So
yeah,
good point.
He was.
What you think, bro?
Well, as far as that, I know this wasn't the topic, but as far as that greatest Olympic, what Wiley was saying, I was gonna bring up what D. Rob said. I can kind of understand where Wiley coming from, because in '92, I think if they were voted MVP, I think it would have been Chuck.
It was definitely Chuck.
I mean, I ain't saying Charles Barkley was the best on the team, but he had the best performances.
You ain't gotta be the best. You can be the best that series or that game.
Yeah, but as far as Team USA, I mean, yeah, you gotta get kudos what KD did, man. That was
yeah, he did a great job.
And you know what? And I kind of like what he did afterwards when he did the whole he came out talking about everybody that doubted him. I like that. But what I didn't like about it was I was like, you know what? I was talking to my wife earlier. I was like, you know what? KD had that same energy when we talking about what happened in the playoffs. When you lose, had that same energy. You won't talk noise not call you won. When you lose, just don't be salty when people talk about you. That's the only thing I say about KD.
He's too sensitive, man, for me. Bro. He's real sensitive.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you,
he like a fourth grade little girl.
Man, he was real sensitive. But let me tell you who really disappointed me in the Olympics is Dame Lillard. Dame didn't really have a good showing down there, man.
Did he play?
He played. He just
news to me.
I was disappointed.
He played, man. He did all right.
I was disappointed, Dame, man.
But them guys, I don't think they meshed as well as some of those other teams. So they didn't have as much time to practice, and there really ain't no excuse. I think we by far had the better individual players, but as far as team play, some of those other teams may have had a little bit more time to play and practice together than the USA team did.
And D. Rob made a good point. We ain't hardly had no bigs. Like, where was our bigs, man? I mean, come on.
Right, man. Bam Adebayo and who else?
That's power forwards. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
right.
We need a big, like somebody.
JaVale McGee. I didn't know JaVale McGee was even on the team until the last game.
Right.
So
yes.
Yeah.
Well, next topic. I didn't put this one in a thread, but I'm gonna ask y'all guys anyway. I want y'all to speak from the head, not the heart. Okay, 94-95 Rockets, 97 Bulls. 7-game series. Who you got? Go ahead, Buck.
97 Bulls. Next person.
Go ahead, Wally.
That's tough. 97 Bulls. Oh man. I'm about to go with the Bulls, man. I'm gonna go with the Bulls, even though I'm not the biggest, Jordan lover or whatever, but I'm gonna go with the Bulls on that.
Go ahead, Shot.
Man, I'm gonna tell you something. Not only do I think the Bulls would have beat him in '97, they'd have beat him in '94 and '95 too. I'm gonna tell you that they'd have won 8 straight if Mike stayed. Period.
Go ahead, D-Rob.
Tabernacle. I'm going with what Shot said. I'm with him 100%.
Go jump in there, Freddie J. What you think about it?
Freddie J sleep, but what's going on there, brother?
Man, look here. Freddie J off to a delayed start, you know. So, but I'm gonna chime in on this one. The Bulls had a great thing going on, no doubt about it. But whenever we go to looking at these era games, we always get caught up into the era that we watched it in. And it's easy to sit back and say who would have won it because of what we saw during the time we seen it play. I think that's the hardest thing to ever do is to sit back and say that this era team would be this era team. The refs call the games differently. And that has a huge part in it. Now,
Played the game.
me
good.
personally,
It was 2 years between that, man.
Same era.
Yeah, they kind
I
of
think the
similar
Bulls could
eras.
beat
They
anybody
kind of similar
during
eras.
their era. But I can also go back and say that goddamn that Miami Heat team, when Braun and them had it clicking, they could have beat anybody. I go back to them Pistons. That year, them Pistons was balling. Man, I don't give a damn Jordan. I don't think they could have beat them boys. It's hard to say because in that era, they was balling. They had all the pieces in place. And it's hard for me to say that somebody could just place them. Clay, you look at Warriors. You can get Clay in the threes he was getting. Yeah, we're going to all say Pippen could have stepped out there and jumped on Clay, and Jordan could have shot, stepped down and blah, blah, blah. Man, them guys were shooting shots that Jordan ain't never had to defend. But at the same time, they never had to defend Jordan.
Fred, we talking about the 94 Bulls.
His best days could have never stopped going.
We said the 94 Rockets versus the
94
97
Rockets.
Bulls.
The 94 Rockets and the 97 Bulls, 3 year difference.
Now these were the 94 Houston Rockets these were the Rockets that won the 2 back-to-back championships while Jordan was playing baseball.
Bulls would have went back to 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 back.
I mean, you can argue that point, but hey, they
You can
didn't.
argue all you want.
Jordan wasn't there. Jordan didn't play, but that Chicago team won a lot of games when Jordan wasn't there.
So imagine Mike being there and they playing. Man, come on. The
Go ahead,
Knicks-
Stroke. What you think, Stroke?
I don't know, man. The dream was something else, man. I like old Mike now. Everybody. I even weeders and shit like Mike used to. But man,
The Knicks
the
took them
Rockets was
7
something else,
games.
man.
The Knicks took them 7.
Huh?
The Knicks took them 7. The only reason they lost is John Starks is like 3 out of 20.
I can't say if Mike was there, they would have went back to back to back to back to back like Rob said. I can't
You
say
can
that.
say it. You just said it. You can say
No,
it.
no,
You
no.
just said it.
Well, I can't say it.
You can't really-
and know that it's true.
But you can't really compare because they never played. They never played in the finals before.
Yeah.
They never played. Chicago won they 3. They never faced each other, so it was hard to to see how would Elijah Wan play against Chicago in the finals. I'm pretty sure they played in the regular season. I don't know what the record was in the regular season. They probably played each other at least twice. You can look back at the records and see how that series went during the regular season, but they never faced each other in the finals, so it would be hard to say.
But I'm a Dennis Rodman fan. That's my favorite basketball player of all time, period, to this day. So the Worm, I don't know what the Worm would have done either. The Worm would have he probably would have knocked the hell out of the Dream.
The Dream Shake was on fire, I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, yeah.
But everybody they put up against the Bulls found a way to win. You thought Cartwright was a weak link, but this fact, they found a way. And yeah, Mike won now. Well, one person can change how a team plays their whole game. And Mike is that one person during that time.
Yeah, but Houston did beat the Shaq and Penny team, who was pretty good at that time too. Now,
Yeah,
so you can't forget about that.
Y'all talking about the same team that Mike came back and swept that next year?
Yeah, that's what they talking about, Shaq.
Hey, they were the best at the time.
With
wanted to make
Grant,
sure-
and they had
I wanted to
Grant.
make sure we talk about the same team.
Hold on, but didn't the Orlando Magic beat the Bulls when Mike came back?
They sure did. They sure did.
When Mike
They
was
sure
back
did.
for like 18 games, what about the
They
next
sure
year?
But
But
that's
the
Michael
whole season.
Jordan though.
Yeah,
When Mike
yeah.
came back the next season, swept them.
They got Mike
Swept
off the court. Because
But Mike
Grant,
swept them when he had a whole season under his belt.
well, that ain't, we ain't talking about that. We talking about when Mike got off the court, when they whipped Mike off the court now.
Hey, that's the
Grant-
same thing they say, man.
Grant had it on his mind, man. O'Gaucus had it on his mind.
So 1 year made a big difference with them, man.
It made a big difference that year. It made a big difference that year.
Hey, that's what they say. They wait for you to fall, like Big Brother. Little brother finally beat him. He gonna brag all day.
Okay, next subject, fellas. Let's go ahead and put it at the end of this one. Okay, what y'all fellas think about that high school quarterback in South Lake, man? He going his senior year of high school, go play at Ohio State. Y'all think it's gonna be trouble? You think it's money? You think it's
I
killing?
think that's the worst.
Let me get that. Let me start that.
Go ahead, D-Rock. Fred.
I feel like that's the beginning of the end. Because if a kid can make the decision, and then he has his whole family support. Like I said, he's coming out of where? South Lake. He's not coming out of Liberty City. He's not coming out of a struggling. He's coming out of where his family is well to do. You in South Lake, he ain't got that kind of financial problem. So after him, everybody that's after this cat that's got financial troubles, we all got to be in for it. We got to sit back and say, fine, go do it. I think that's a bad precedent. But however, the kid, he did what he's supposed to do. He graduated high school early. And he had himself in a situation where all he had to take was one class over the summer. So even before his family decided that he was going to take his money and go to Ohio State, he already took care of his high school responsibility.
That was
All
bad.
the is, we don't put our black athletes in that position where they can take advantage of this situation. And that's it. Our black athletes, yeah, we got to go the whole damn year. These white athletes,
Your sound is off, dog.
he was able to. I got no problem with that. I present no problem with that. And this man put us in a situation that this kid was going to have to go to high school for one class English, and he took that damn class over the summer. And you think his family did not anticipate that Texas high school was going to put this shit in place where he couldn't capitalize off his name? Come on now. He knew what he was doing, and he did it. And I got no problem with it.
Kendall Jenner officially has an Olympic champion boy.
Taking that money.
Go ahead, Shot. Jump in.
I don't have a whole lot on this subject here. I don't like it. I just feel like it's a money move now. I think it's hard to do that in football. I think it's hard to do in football. I believe that your body needs to really be ready when you go from any level of football to the next, whether it be junior high to high school to college to the pros. The speed is just
But
totally.
Josh, he don't have to go there and be the best player on the team. He don't even have to go there and start.
He's a quarterback, right? He's a quarterback.
But the killing part, he got 3 quarterbacks in front of him. He going there trying to sell some merch. He ain't gonna hit the damn field to sell no merch. He got 3 quarterbacks.
Okay, you don't have to. That's what y'all misunderstand.
Whoever was in his corner, Freddie J, they messed him over.
Based on his playing ability. They gave this kid a contract based off of the fact that go get on the team.
He got a bad advisor, man. Whoever his advisor is, he need to fire. Somebody need to fire him.
Everybody get. Okay, I'll tell you what. If it was Lil J, and y'all all know my son, if this was Lil J, we'd all have a.
Fred, I can't hardly hear you, man. Something wrong with that.
Lil J, take the money. Take the money. We be telling Lil J to take that money because we know the kid. We know the kid tell him to take the money. Shot, you tell him to take the money. Every last one of you niggas would tell Bro James to take the money, but y'all know the kid. So based off of what the kid gonna do once he get there, is based off of the ability to make the money now.
Fred, I think it's a bad move all the way around.
Go ahead, Stokes.
I think him and his people, I think him and his camp gonna regret that move very soon. I think they're gonna regret that move very soon.
What you think about it,
what
Wally? What you think about it?
All right, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. Number one, he's already.
It's not about regretting it. It's about can the kid capitalize. Like, let's say this.
Fred,
2 years ago,
Fred,
that same kid
Fred,
went to Ohio State
Fred,
and
Fred.
he would have
Fred.
sat there for 4 years and not
Fred.
been a kid.
Hey, Fred, you might be making some good points, but you cutting out, so we can't hardly hear you. Can you hear me, dog? Your sound is messed up. Your sound messed up. I want to be able to hear the points you're making because I don't know a whole lot about this whole thing. So I want to hear what y'all saying but I can't hardly hear you. You're going in and out.
Connection ain't what it should be right now.
Okay, because I'm saying I want to hear what you're saying because I don't know that much about this whole thing.
I looked at the situation, but I knew it was gonna be some BS. So
Go ahead, Wally.
into it.
All right. I'm gonna jump in. I've been hearing a little bit about this. I don't know the whole story, but number one, he's already turned 18 years old. So they say he's college ready as a freshman.
Are you sure? I thought he was going to the season at 17.
No, I think he's turned 18 already, if I'm not mistaken. Now, but I have to check.
I watched a little something on him today. Say he's gonna be
I think
17, and he got three guys in front of him.
I think he's turned 18 already.
He's 18, Wiley.
Right. That's what I thought I heard. Okay. He's up on his classes. He only had one class, so that's a good thing. So evidently they've been looking for this for a while. So he's already taken the classes he's needed. I think he's only one class behind or whatever. He's already 18 years old, so he has that 18-year-old body as a freshman. He's not, just turned 17 or something like that. So, they have a great weight program there. I'm sure they're gonna get him the way he's, up body size and all that or whatever. And evidently, he's good enough that they would even address that issue to allow him in there. If he wasn't good enough, this is not going to apply to everybody in the country. Everybody in the country is not going to be able to, to go to college early. If you're good enough, they're going to make rule changes for you. If you're good enough, they're going to make some stuff happen for you. If you just some, second string guy on the depth chart, offensive tackle, and you ain't that good, they're not going to, shake nothing up for you. But if you a top-notch 5-star recruit, they're going to make some things happen. But like I said, he's already 18 years old. Evidently, he got some skills that they wouldn't be going after him to begin with. So it is what it is. And he's going to be making some money. I don't think he would have made that decision if somebody in his camp didn't have a plan in place somehow for him to be making money. So
I'll say this real quick, Wiley.
Yeah.
This out to you. I see you with that Alcorn shirt on, man. Much respect. I'm out to swag too. Grambling.
Oh, I hear you. Alcorn is moving to the West this year, so we taking over the West. So I don't think Grambling even have a chance to even make it to the to the championship.
Come on, change stuff.
Okay, Buck, go.
We don't have. Maybe one day we'll have a whole discussion about the swag. We can talk about that. When we play, we defended champs. The real champs. A&M won in the spring.
D-Mon, change narrator. Come on now.
Hey, you brought it up. You brought it up now. You see the shirt. We the real defending champs. A&M won the practice. They won A&M. Alabama A&M won the practice in the spring championship. That shit don't count. When the real football season started in the fall, everybody knows who the real number one. And Alcorn is the preseason number one in the SWAC this year. Check it out.
Just woke up last night.
Come on, fellas. Let's get back on topic, fellas. Let's get back on topic.
Let's go.
Go ahead, Buck. What you say about it?
About that quarterback outside late?
Yeah.
Well, seeing that I'm only about 20 minutes away from it, I heard quite a bit about this. I'm gonna let y'all know right now. As far as the whole thing, Ryan, is he ready? That's a bad boy. That boy is cold-blooded. Now, do I totally agree with it? I think it's kind of getting out of hand with the money-making thing, but I understand it. I mean, hey, you got to strike while the iron hot. So, I mean, if that was Jaden, I'd be like, oh, hell yeah. Oh, yeah, it's on. But, I mean, the dude done finished his classes, which, I mean, normally, before all this stuff happened, all that meant was he'd been an early enrollee. That's all that meant. He would have enrolled like for spring ball. But now, with everything going on, he get to go ahead and go now. So, does it make sense? Yeah, it makes sense. And does he have a college-ready game level? Yes, he does. I'm telling you, that dude is smoking, dog. That dude can do it all.
But it's 4 quarterbacks in camp. He's the 4th quarterback going in there. It's 3 quarterbacks already there before him.
As of right now, until practice starts.
I'll tell you something else. I'm telling you right now, for them to make that decision, them coaches done told him something.
It's gonna be a lot of
transfer. He's not just going in there blind.
But what if the coaches ain't told him nothing? Let's go off with this. Let's say nobody at Ohio State gave him any kind of feedback to say, you gonna come in here and you gonna do you even gonna compete your first year. The money was there. Point blank, period.
I think
he's going red shirt. We don't know.
The money was already offered to the kids.
That's what I think gonna happen. I think he's gonna red shirt.
He'll probably red shirt. I mean, we making a big deal out of it. We making a big deal out of it. We might just go red shirt.
The money coming from Ohio State. The money is coming from his hometown. So it's what his hometown believes in him. So that kid can go out and bomb in South Lake, and then the money disappears. Now, when he gets to Ohio State, the money could double if he gets on the field. But if he don't even touch the field in Ohio State, that money ain't coming from Ohio State. Or that money coming straight out of Texas. And
you really can't say it's another thing. His family already rich.
Well, Buck, hey, Buck, let me tell y'all this.
And you looking at that point that his family is already rich. What if his family, my point being is, you got a kid whose family that's not already rich. He's setting the precedent to say, okay, so the next kid behind me, that's coming behind me, whose family that's not rich, I'm gonna set the precedent.
It's only gonna be so many kids. It's only gonna be so many kids that can make this move. This not something. I don't think this is something we're gonna see every year.
But Buck, I think that the kids. I think the kids in Alabama kind of
something.
Who wouldn't go get it?
Who started this?
Fred, you gotta come up to your phone, Fred. We can't hear you.
And you say like they started this. So I gotta sit back and see some privileged white kids, some affluent white kids benefit first. Just to know to sit back and say, okay, this is due time.
Can't hear you.
I
can't hear you.
Young
Are you up on the
kids
roof?
benefit first.
No, you're in the room.
And when they start to benefit, that's when it's gonna count. That's when all this meal gonna be beneficial.
Okay, we're going to the next subject. We're going to the next subject, fellas.
Still the same white kids that was already the Peyton Mannings and all of them cats. Them cats, they've been having $1 million, 2, 12, 13, $14 million policies taken out on them before they even got drafted.
We got to move on, fellas.
Yeah, we're gonna move on to the next subject, man. Okay, my next topic, man, is Josh Allen, man, and what y'all think about that contract, man? Go ahead, Stroke.
Wait, man, that's overrated. They made a mistake too, man. That boy is not gonna pay up to that money. They're gonna be real sick in about a year and a half. He don't deserve that money. And on the back end, now they put pressure on Baltimore. What Baltimore gonna do with old boy? If he getting that money, and he ain't did a damn thing. I mean, I don't think he deserved the money. I think it's a bad money move all the way around. I mean, I think it was bad all the way around.
Go ahead, D-Rob.
I got something on that. Sometimes you inherit a big paycheck because your predecessors were garbage. He showed potential. He played pretty good. They even had the Chiefs beat in the AFC Championship game. But how hard are you gonna raise this bar for these quarterbacks getting money after 4 years in the league? And then it's like the Army. You can get a initial entry soldier and they get a $20,000 bonus, and somebody who is proficient in that same job can only get $2,000. They giving too much money away.
I think it's garbage, man. It's bad.
Go ahead, D-Shot.
I don't feel like he deserves that much money, but the market that he's in, he's gonna be all right. Because Buffalo love their football team. And as long as they got somebody they can believe in,
you gotta win, man.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It depends on the market you in. If he'd have got that money in New York City, he wouldn't have lasted another season up there. He couldn't have got that money in LA. He couldn't have got that money down in Dallas, Miami. He's in the right place to get that money he got right now. Yeah, he was running up for the doggone MVP last year, but we saw what happened to Carson Wentz when he was running up. He's still getting hurt, and he got all that money. Look at the boy that was out there in LA. Shipped him out. I think he got the big contract. So, whoa.
What's that?
All right. So yeah, I mean, he put a lot of pressure on the quarterback after you think that kind of money. But now it's time to, he gotta live up to it now. But in Buffalo, he's straight because they're gonna love him. I mean, I'm telling you, Buffalo love their people, man.
They're gonna love him until you come out and flunk the bed and mess the bed up.
Let me tell you something. In Buffalo, they're gonna still love him. Noah Wood missed a 47-yard field goal in the Super Bowl, and they love that boy, man. That boy got a key to the city.
We're gonna see.
What you think, Buck?
Well, I'm gonna go against what everybody's saying, man. I understand why he got that contract, and I'm gonna say this: no disrespect, D-Rob, to the Titans, no disrespect, but if Ryan Tannehill worth 115, 120 mil, Josh Allen is worth 200 mil.
But
I mean, let's be realistic now.
Good point.
First of all, he's younger and he's way better. And I mean,
way better.
I mean, we can throw salt on him, talking about he was running up for the MVP. But at the same time, when Lamar Jackson we're gonna say he deserved it.
Facts.
Hold on. We're gonna say Lamar Jackson deserved it because he got MVP. So I mean, he was running up for MVP last year. He performed when he was supposed to.
But I guarantee you, Lamar ain't gonna get that money. I guarantee you're not gonna.
Lamar somehow one of Lamar Jackson numbers gonna be his, whether it's guaranteed money or total money. It's gonna be what Josh Allen just got, simply because Lamar Jackson got MVP. Don't get me wrong. I think he deserves it. I think Lamar Jackson is a better quarterback. But I'm just saying, Josh Allen got what he deserved.
They the same to me.
Go ahead, Wally.
They the same.
All right, I'm gonna jump on and say that. I'm gonna say 2 words: franchise quarterback. Not a whole lot of franchise quarterback. What Buffalo did was say, this guy has played well enough that we can say that this is our franchise quarterback. There are some teams out there that wish, right? There's that, right? Until we get somebody better. He's played well enough. He's taken that team to the playoffs, deep in the playoffs the last couple of years. Is he 250 million? Well, look. The owner's making billions of dollars. If they wasn't able to pay him that money, they wouldn't have gave it to him. He's playing well enough. He's playing.
Is he worth it though? But is he worth it though?
I mean, what is the worth? What is worth? What is worth? Franchise quarterback. Everybody wish they had somebody as good as he is. Every team don't have somebody as good as Josh Allen. Is he a top 5 quarterback? I wouldn't put him in the top 5, but Lamar Jackson's gonna get his money, I believe. When it's time comes,
I damn sure hope so.
I think he's gonna get his money. They believe in Josh Allen. They think he's gonna take him to the next level. I think they get him another weapon on offense. They can get over the hump of Kansas City or whatever. That remains to be seen. But I mean, they just wanted to lock him up. He got a strong arm. He can throw the ball. He can make all the throws. He's athletic. He can run it a little bit. You know, so it is what it is. I mean, I'm pretty sure Lamar's gonna get his money, whether it's a 250 million. Who knows? Hell, Lamar might get them 275 with 160
I
guaranteed.
damn sure hope he get every penny they gonna give to him.
Right. So he's, you know, he's got his money, and another thing, quarterbacks don't get as much money as they used to up front, you know, on those rookie quarterbacks. So they're just giving these guys some money on the back end that they didn't get from those rookie deals. You know, back in the days when like guys like Matt Stafford first came to the league, they was getting top money, you know what I'm saying, when they came in the league. But nowadays they kind of cutting that back. Quarterbacks only getting, you know, 30, 40 million, you know, when they first come to the league on those rookie contracts. So they're just giving them some money that they didn't get.
I'm anxious to hear somebody who watch him twice a year. Fred, you watch the butt twice a year.
Yeah,
what you going next? What you think about him, Fred? Josh Allen and that money he got.
Look at Josh Allen by making AFC East, you know, being with the Miami Dolphins in the AFC East. Josh Allen, I ain't gonna say he didn't earn the money, but that's what the market is doing. So I don't blame Josh Allen for the cash made. Do I think he earned that? No, far from it. However, the market that he's in, he earned it based on you got a quarterback like that plays to his potential. And then in 2 years, Miami have to pay the two have 2 decent years. He ain't gotta have 5, just 2. And Miami gonna have to pay 2 like Buffalo just paid Josh. So when you sit back and we talk about how these kids is what they're doing, you don't have to do and perform the way, you know, Rodgers doing, the way Russ was doing. Them days is over. Like you're not gonna get them kind of quarterbacks that perform, and then you can pay them off of they might be good. And the market is just that they might be good. Look what Miami did Xavier out. Okay, he balled out last year. They went back and redid his contract. He never contract. He probably gave him a contract and then gave him a new contract. That's the nature of the business. Like I said, it's a business. Where the business is turning into a player's business. And I can't be mad at it. There's a lot of people that these players, they're the ones that's sustaining the injury, coming to the practice and hurt and doing everything that's involved. So if they done change the market to where they're, I want to trade. Now, you asked me 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I said, hell, fuck them. You want to trade? Trade your ass off my team. But that's not the market no more. The market is now a player is not satisfied with where he's playing at. He has the right to get on social media and just say, I want to be traded, and then what the team do? Either you trade it or you do what Miami did, renegotiate, or you do what Green Bay did and you jump through hoops. So now
okay, Fred.
It's a players league, in other words.
It is okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna piggyback off that. I don't want no explanations.
Do you have a problem with the players running the league now?
I'm gonna get to that. Hold on, Shot. I'm gonna get to that. Like I said, I didn't put this in the thread either, but I'm gonna ask y'all quick answers. Stroke, you first. Who are your top 3 quarterbacks in the league?
Man, I don't know, Mooney. Probably Lamar. Tom. And now I only got top 2.
All right, go ahead, Wally.
Oh man.
Top 3
caught me
quarterbacks.
off top 3 quarterbacks off my head. I gotta go number 1 as far as play on the field. I gotta go Aaron Rodgers, number 1. Number 2, until he retires, I got to go Tom Brady. As much as I hate that motherfucker, I got to say Tom Brady number 2, and I'm gonna say, as of right now, Lamar Jackson number 3.
Go ahead, Fred. Top 3 quarterbacks off your head.
Okay, so I got 2 categories. The top 3 quarterbacks in the league. I'm gonna say by influence. I'm gonna say Russell, and I'm gonna say Rodgers, and then I'm gonna say Tom Brady. Because they gonna influence the team to do whatever. Now, playmakers, I got a totally different three. I'm gonna have to go with Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, and Tom Brady. Them the three players. So it's influence to affect
Yeah,
the
you get me
team.
with that.
And then
Shit, I forgot all about
Yeah,
Mahomes, to be honest
already.
with
All right, Buck, you jump in, Buck. Who your top three?
You gonna skip Buck?
Oh, go ahead,
I got it.
D-Rob.
Let me go in. Oh, you go.
No, you go ahead, D-Rob. You next, Buck.
Okay,
My bad,
wait.
I was here. Go ahead.
I got three. The top of third though. I got Mahomes. I got Russell Wilson. I don't think he get
Dude, I
enough
forgot all
love.
about Mahomes.
And he's producing.
Right, I did too.
And I like Rodgers, but I'm gonna have to give it to my man. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers. I said put it on him. Brady's good, but he's not them.
Go ahead, Buck.
Aaron got to get out of his feelings though, man.
We're talking about play on the field.
You want them in order? In order?
Yeah, you can do them in order.
Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson.
That man got influence.
Go ahead, Shot. Your top three.
Easy, man. I mean, until somebody knock him off the mound, I gotta go Tom Brady, Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers. Quick answers.
Already. Go to the next subject, guys. The next subject is this college and this pros. Who is the best coach you think ever done it in all sports, college and pros? Go ahead, Shot.
In which sport?
Basketball, football, baseball, whatever, all sports. What coach you think done it better than anybody?
Bill Belichick.
Oh, you say Bill? How you say Bill?
Number one, Bill Belichick. He did it this way. I mean, 20 years.
I want that.
Dude got 6 championships. I mean, 5, 6 championships. I mean, 20 years. I mean, you can't argue with his doggone resume. I mean, he's won as a defensive coordinator. He's won as a head coach. That's my quick answer. Bill Belichick. Go ahead, Fred.
Man, I'm gonna go Bobby Ballard, the great Bobby Ballard. And it ain't because of wins and losses, because we know Bobby Ballard didn't win national championships more than Nick Saban or a Bill Belichick but Bobby Ballard made these young black men coming from these neighborhoods. Bobby Ballard was the first one that went into Liberty City. So it's personal for me. When I say Bobby Ballard is personal, I know for a fact that Bobby Ballard went into Liberty City, an all black, totally black neighborhood, crime ridden, everything. And he went in there, he sat in there, and he didn't cuss. He said, "Dadgummit," so on and so forth. Bobby Ballard convinced these black parents to let these black young men go to Florida State, as opposed to going to the most popular swagger, so on and so forth, where we know they should have went, which was UM. And he convinced these parents to send these kids, these young black men, to Florida State. That took coaching. The coaching ain't about what you could do with X's and O's on the field. The coaching is what could you do with these young men. And Bobby Ballard did that in the spades.
Already.
He went up against Jimmy Johnson.
Go ahead, Stroke. Jump in, Stroke.
He went up against
Bobby
all
Knight,
these cats.
hands down. Coach Bobby Knight, hands down, Indiana.
Uh-huh.
He raised young men. Now he had a certain way about him, but all his goddamn players have been successful. They all everywhere. They doing things. Now he was mean as hell, but Bobby Knight, man, my all-time favorite.
Go ahead, Wally. Jump in.
Oh, that's a tough one, man. They got so many great coaches on so many different levels, so many different sports. But I'm gonna say Jimmy Johnson, man. He did it in college and he did it in the pros. It's not easy doing it in college and the pros. He's won championships in college, then with the Canes, then went to the Cowboys in the NFL and won multiple championships. So I'm gonna go Jimmy Johnson. There's a lot of others you could throw in there, man, but that's a difficult. But to go from college and pros and win at the top at both levels, I had to throw him in there.
Go ahead, Buck.
Gino.
You think Gino?
Gino.
Okay.
That's all I'm
D-Rob?
Okay. Hey, I got. Man, I'm gonna cheat. I got 3, man.
No.
Shit.
Give us one.
Everybody want to say Nick Saban, and y'all afraid to say it. But I look at Phil Jackson, what he did with the Bulls and the Lakers. But then you got Carroll with USC and Seattle. So I'm gonna go with Phil Jackson though.
Okay, well, I'm gonna give y'all mine, guys. Mine personally is, I think Eddie Robinson, man, all the stuff he went through, he faced, and he still was winning, man. Like I say, he was in the
that's a great one now.
the back stop, man, and he still won all those them games, won all them SWAC championships, man.
And I think he still got the most black athletes that went to the NFL and in the Hall. Probably not the Hall of Fame, but I think he still got the most black football players ever that he put in the league.
In the league,
Yeah,
definitely.
Hey, before we put a ribbon on this, I got to go back to Bobby Bowden, something Fred said. I got 100% respect for Bobby Bowden and coaches like him, not just because of what Bob did, but the coaches he brought in. You look at his coaching tree, the people that he put out there. He has a good long branch. Look long. He got a lot of branches of great coaches he put out there. And I mean, for what he did, and how he changed kids' lives. I mean, Calipari as well, as far as going into these black homes and putting their kids in the league, even for 1 year. I mean, but Bobby Brown, much respect and rest in peace to that brother, man.
Yeah, he earned it. He earned it. That son gonna earn it. He earned everything he got.
Yes, sir.
He did. Okay, my last quick topic, man, before we wrap this thing up, man. Like college football, your top coaches, man, like your top 2-3 coaches, man. Who you got? Like of all time. Go ahead, Stroke. This college football.
Man, I don't really know too many of them if they ain't coming out to them SEC. But Nick, I mean, I'm gonna tell you the one and only. Well, I ain't gonna say one and only. I got Nick and Coach O, but I don't know what order I got. I like Nick some days, but I like Coach. You know, I like people that's people. You know, Nick Saban is a great coach, championship. But like I said, Dennis Rodman is my favorite goddamn basketball player all the time. So I don't think alone that just wins. But I like old Coach O. Man.
You're a retarded motherfucker.
I guess that's what I am, Freddie J. I guarantee you what. But your ass ain't too far behind me. You ain't too far behind me.
Are we talking about all time?
Go ahead, Wally.
We talking about
man. Straight.
Why you letting the light-skinned niggas go first?
we still on the pod.
Your black ass didn't come on the ladies. Get your ass off the roof, nigga. You been up on the roof.
Hey, brothers, we doing good.
All right, let's finish. Let's go ahead and finish this.
Go ahead, Wally.
Straight college football. Got to go Eddie Robinson with Grambling. Then I'm gonna throw Petrino, from Penn State in there, man.
You knew what you was doing to the boy.
Never.
I'm going with longevity. I'm going with
recent coaches.
We ain't talking about off the field shit. I'm talking about on the field coaching longevity. And
I don't see a nigga he was motherfucker that
I thought we were talking about recent coaches. I ain't think he's going way back.
Shut your bitch ass up.
Hey, regular guys, remember we on the podcast.
You know I got to get credit. He don't know how to act. Somebody should have pushed him off that damn top of that damn thing.
And we were talking about all time.
You gotta wrap it up. You gotta wrap it up, Moon.
Okay, we're gonna wrap this up, fellas. Everybody got 2.
I want to pick my 3 coaches.
We're gonna pick it up next week. That's how we gonna do it. We're gonna wrap it up for 2 minutes. Go ahead, Stroke. Whatever sports you want to talk about, wrap it up. You got your 2 minutes.
Man, I want to talk about that boxing. Manny and old Junior, but I think Manny gonna put it out because experience don't win the game. It's gonna be a hell of a fight. Manny got to stay away from his damn hand. He going to get in and get out like he normally do. But he cannot. He got to keep Earl in the middle of the ring. If Earl get to him and push him to the ropes, it's over. Earl gonna destroy him. He got to keep Earl in the middle of the ring. Game over if you keep Earl in the middle of the ring.
Go ahead, Fred. Get your 2 minutes.
Mine is gonna be on my last 2 minutes. It's got to be about my man Bobby. You know, y'all don't know me. You know, some of y'all don't know me longer than others. But if you know me from the time you know me, you know that Bobby Bowden was like the it factor for me outside of a father figure. I had the greatest father in the world, Johnny Plain Jackson. However, Bobby Bowden is a cat that, meant a lot to me. Like when I was playing Pop Warner football, my dream was always to go to Florida State. And, of course, it never materialized. I was never good enough. However, it never stopped me from dreaming of going to Florida State. But I've always looked at this cat's quotes and how he did things, how he just everything, how he handled young men and not just young men, young black men. I got to be honest. He dealt with a lot of. The majority of Bobby Bowden's career was surrounded by young black men, and how he treated us, how he formed them, how he, welcomed them to his home. So for me, we lost a great icon this morning, man. It's somebody that, played an important part in making young black men. And everybody want to go back and say about the wins and losses and all that. I don't say he was the greatest coach because of his wins and losses, because you can look at Nick Saban and say, Nick Saban got way more wins and national championship. Man, Nick Saban ain't doing nothing for these young black men nowadays. Nick Saban is winning and, benefiting off the back of these young black men. I go back to Bobby Bowden and say he gave what he got, he gave.
Already.
And that, to me, I gotta, hats off, you know what I'm saying? So
Much respect. Go ahead, Buck. Jump in.
Bobby Bowden.
I ain't really got no closing remarks, man. I'm just excited about football season. Ready for it to get started. Go Saints. What's the word? Like my cold take or whatever.
Who that?
My cold take. Jameis Winston gonna finish in the top 5 voting for MVP.
I damn sure hope so, Buck.
Go ahead,
Hold
Shot.
5, I said 2 or 3.
I damn sure hope so.
Go ahead, Shot.
Hey, Freddie J changed my mind, but I was just gonna really just talk about you fellas, man. I really appreciate this podcast, man. It's real, it's fun, man. I mean, as long as we can keep it with the opinions you guys have, and stay away from the controversial words and statements, and I think we're gonna be all right. And we're gonna really make this thing big. But my 2 minutes, I gotta go with some of the stuff Fred said. I gotta go to my high school coach, man. He's gonna be inducted into the Hall of Fame where we are. And it ain't just because his wins and losses, just like Fred was saying. It's because he mainly only had black players. And a lot of people didn't like him. But I didn't grow up with a father, man. I lived with my father's mother. But that man was probably the closest thing to me growing up as far as shaping me, making me know that playing basketball wasn't just about basketball. It was about life. Doing things, winning and losing with class, respect, knowing how to win, dealing with losses, learning from losses. And not just on the court, but off the court. I got to go a real personal story. I got a young lady pregnant when I was in high school. He was one of the guys I went to. He talked to me. He was willing to do anything to help me at that point. Even if he didn't believe in abortion, but he told me that's what I wanted to do. He was going to talk to me and the young lady to help us through it. That's a personal story for me, man. That's something I can't even talk to my real father about. And so I got to give a shout out to Coach Wayne Alford and how he molded me.
That's our coach, nigga. That ain't your coach by yourself.
This is my 2 minutes, Stroke. This is my 2
minutes. I'm sorry.
And time is up. Time is up. There we go.
Go ahead.
I'll go ahead.
Hey, gentlemen, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna talk about coaches as well. And I want to pose a question because it was stated about Bobby Bowden, Coach Alford, y'all just spoke on. It's very seldom that you genuinely have a coach whose main concern is that individual. I don't care black, white, green, or purple. Again, I gave an example in the past where they use you for whatever level you're on to keep their job security. But what are they doing for your future? What are they doing to mentor you? Again, like you gentlemen said, most of these coaches played father roles for the ones who didn't have them. And it's very important because guess what? A coach gonna stop you from acting up in school or doing this because guess what? You want to play. So when you be that role model that coach is you talking about is, and hey, we'll fill the world with benevolence and charity, and we have a lot of people who don't like the Cowboys.
Go ahead, Wally. Close us out.
All right, I'm just gonna say this, man. I pick it back. I like everything you guys said. Coaches are father figures away from the house, man. They definitely are role models. You know, they keep you in line when you're in the school. Even if your teachers can't keep you in line, a lot of teachers be like, "Hey, I'm gonna tell your coach," you know, and that'll get you in line right there. Yeah, but that wasn't my 2 minutes was on. I want everybody to keep their eyes on Black college football this fall. SWAC, MEAC, whichever it is, you know what I'm saying, Alcorn State. But anyway, it's going to be a fight in the SWAC this year. Keep your eyes on Alcorn, keep your eyes on Grambling, keep your eyes on Jackson State. All you guys know, Dion coaching Jackson State, so the eyes going to be on him. We got a lot of games that's going to be on ESPN this year. The SWAC MEAC Challenge game with Alcorn and North Carolina Central is going to be one of the first games of the season. A lot of games going to be on TV. I think that Tennessee State, Jackson State game might be on TV. You know, Eddie George is coaching Tennessee State this year. They're playing Jackson State. That's going to be a big game. That's going to be a big game to watch. You know, we got the ESPN shows are going to be at several SWAC games this year, man. So keep your eye on Black college football, especially Alcorn State. We looking to take it all as far as black colleges go, man. Keep your eye on that.
Real quick. My man Wiley, man, I knew this cat for a long period of time. And man, that's all he ever talked about. So even before I knew what SWAC meant or what it stood for, that cat like acknowledged me on it. He lived and breathed that SWAC. He wasn't just always talking about Alcorn State, even though that's where he went. He was partial, kept talking about some goddamn this McNair kid, you know, turned out to be, you know, all right.
That's my frat brother. But what are you talking about?
That cat always spoke on Black colleges, and to see it come full circle, man, I'm glad that I came up the ranks with him and learned about it, like through him, like all my knowledge about the SWAC, all my knowledge about, you know what I'm saying, the HBCU, it's strictly come from Wiley. And I'm just sorry that even when he invited me to come down there, now we all know I was young, dumb. I'd have went down there, I'd have fucked some shit up. But
hey, I was fucking it up.
I'm glad I didn't go. I'm glad I didn't go to Alcorn State, because Alcorn State probably wouldn't exist no more.
Hold on right there.
Hold on, fellas.